I want to see everybody walking home, not going home in that white vehicle that's going to be parked up there. Well, they win by, in 6 hours, racking up more laps than anybody else. That's how you win. It's an endurance race, similar to the Le Mans race in France for sports cars. Endurance racing, Daytona 500, things like that. Really, it's about teamwork. It's about keeping the kart out there and keeping it relatively consistently quick. Every last second counts in the pits, really. You come in, you stop, you don't speed, otherwise you get a penalty. You stop, you change drivers, you go to refueling, you get out the kart, you switch the engines off, refueling happens, engines back on, you get out there. It's every last thing should be broken down and thought about.
The tactic is just to stay out of trouble. There's been far too much trouble. There's a lot of guys spinning out in front of you, and you have to be really careful and hold back.
Our guys have planned to practice more than they've actually got around to it. And I think we've got a few guys in the team today who probably think they're slightly better than they are. But I've tried to stay away from the pit area today because no one has been too much fun. It's all been a little bit too intense for me. Yeah.
The DHL B team will serve a protective role today as the A team go for it. Led by Phil. If we see the main challenge coming from the Opel side, and if need be, we'll sort of do a David Coulthard and try and slow them down a bit to let the A team get much further ahead of them.
Divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer.
Yes, yes. With the Trojan stalking horse secondary tactic. Divide and conquer.
Well, I'm team captain, but I'm depending upon the men for the tactics. So I'm bowing in deference to their better knowledge. We'll make sure that we've no chips on the nail polish. We'll come in, make sure the lipstick is on, dazzle them, and win.
Perhaps wearing a bikini underneath the suits might be good as well. Just unzipping them a little bit.
Just a little.
You might put the other drivers off, I think.
We've had a few technical errors.
This machine was a lot slower than yesterday's kart, which they were older karts, and it was on at least a second and a half slower a lap. And it's so slow out of the corners. One of the engines is cutting out, I think, and it's just crap out of the corners. I couldn't go any harder, otherwise it'd have come off.
We lost a wheel on the kart. It was knocked off by another kart. So the problem is that we can't go out and do a qualifying time. It means that our kart has to effectively start the race in the workshop.
We've had a puncture and we've refueled as well, which a lot of teams haven't done. So I think we'll pick it up now in the next 20 minutes or something.
Into the race, we had a big problem, and managed to get our way back up to 8, so we're very pleased. Everyone's worked very hard, it's been great. The girls have done fantastically, they finished 20th, which is, so we managed to beat 3 men's teams. They've done really well, and the World World Express came 15th. So they had a good day as well, a couple of black flags for them. They were driving a bit, having a bit of fun, I think, and they got called in a couple of times, a bit unfairly, I think, once or twice, and they did very well too. So 8 is great for the main team. We'll be back next year. Have to do a bit better next year. We started the race basically in 24th place, and we finished 5th.
which was really great. It was a wonderful day, wonderful race.
Did you expect to win?
Expect is probably the wrong word. We were hoping. We were hoping if our strategy went and we could stay out of trouble, then we knew we were in with a good chance. And it worked. We managed the cart. Not once did we damage the cart. The fuel strategies, the driver strategies, all just came right on the day.
We had 3 teams, each of 8 people, which were selected from an original training group of about 40. So we had a social event down there at the first training and selection night. And it was a great opportunity to get the people from area office, country office, hub and aviation, all together. The second thing that DHL got out of it, of course, was a lot of branding and a lot of publicity in Bahrain. It fitted our campaign, which we've been running all year, which is every second counts, very, very nicely indeed. And I guess really in closing, I'd just like to thank some of the people that were involved in it. Of course, the Bahrain Motor Club, with Sheikh Fawaz as its patron, Tim Jackson, Clayscape itself for putting on a fine event, some of our people, Jeff Kerr, Steve Blay, Paul and Jane Bishop, Tim Mailer, and of course all the drivers and supporters.